You know that feeling when you are watching a horror movie and you just want to cover your eyes because you know something terrible is about to happen? That is exactly what it feels like watching this offense right now. It is not just bad, it is agonizing. It is a slow-motion car crash that we are forced to witness every single Sunday, play after play, drive after drive. We went from being one of the most feared units in the league to a laughingstock that cannot move the chains, and frankly, the patience has run out. The incompetence we are seeing from the sideline is bordering on criminal negligence of a Super Bowl caliber roster. Antes de continuarmos, já deixa seu like, se inscreva no canal e me conta aqui nos comentários de qual cidade você está assistindo essa notícia. Let's talk about the absolute mess that is the Philadelphia Eagles offense under Kevin Patullo. Look, nobody likes to see a man lose his job, but this is the NFL. This is a results-oriented business, and the results have been catastrophic. We are talking about a coordinator who has taken a unit loaded with talent, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, and turned it into the 24th ranked offense in the league. How is that even mathematically possible? You have the Offensive Player of the Year in Barkley, a guy who just rushed for over 2,000 yards, essentially dragging this team on his back while the play calling actively works against him. It is Clockwork Orange level torture, folks. Peeling your eyelids open to watch Patullo stumble through a game plan is painful, and the fan base, we are past the breaking point. The news coming out is wild. Things have gotten so toxic that Patullo's house was vandalized after the loss to the Chicago Bears. Now, I do not condone criminal behavior, that is crossing the line, but it shows you the level of visceral anger and desperation in Philadelphia right now. We are a passionate city. We live and die by this team, and when we see blatant incompetence, we react. And frankly, the calls for him to be replaced should have been deafening by halftime of Week 1 against Dallas. But here we are, stumbling into the most critical part of the year with a coordinator who seems completely clueless. Glenn Macnow said it best. The best strategy would have been to rest Kevin Patullo. When you have fans and analysts suggesting that the team would be better off if the coordinator just stayed home, you know you have hit rock bottom. But here's the bombshell, the twist that could change everything. The Washington Commanders, in a move that shocked the NFL world, decided to part ways with Cliff Kingsbury. Yes, the same Cliff Kingsbury who just orchestrated a dynamic offense with a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. This is a stunning development that dropped on Tuesday, January 6th. While Washington is busy shooting themselves in the foot, this opens a massive golden door for the Philadelphia Eagles. It didn't take long for the speculation to start, and rightfully so. Ted Nguyen from The Athletic put it perfectly. Philly would be a great landing spot for him. Imagine Kingsbury, a guy who knows how to space the field, a guy who understands air raid concepts but adapted them for the NFL, getting his hands on Jalen Hurts. Think about the contrast here. Patullo asking Tanner McKee to throw 40 passes in a game they led throughout. 40 passes with a lead. That is malpractice. That is a fundamental misunderstanding of game management and winning football. Meanwhile, Kingsbury had to deal with injuries to his best players, Daniels and McLaurin, and still kept things competitive. Patullo has no excuse. He has the Ferrari, he has the keys, and he is driving it like a bumper car. The frustration isn't just about losing, it's about the regression. We finished 8th in offense last year. We are 24th now. That drop-off is exclusively on the coaching and the scheme. The system is broken, and when a guy like Kingsbury becomes available, you don't just sit there and twiddle your thumbs. You look at that opportunity and you pounce. Because if we don't, someone else will, and we will be stuck watching Patullo run draw plays on 3rd and long until our eyes bleed. The rumors are swirling that the Eagles might try to turn Jalen Hurts into a Shanahan system quarterback. Well, guess what? You need a mind that can teach that, adapt that, and execute that. Patullo has proven week after agonizing week that he is not that guy. He got the benefit of the doubt replacing Kellen Moore, but that doubt is gone. It has been replaced by certainty, the certainty that he is dragging this team down. The fact that Washington's own players are furious about Kingsbury leaving tells you everything you need to know about his value. Jaden Daniels vouched for him. The players loved him. Why? Because he put them in positions to succeed. Can we say the same for our guys? Absolutely not. Our stars look frustrated, the rhythm is non-existent, and the play calling is predictable. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise. We cannot waste a year of this course prime.
Let's dig deeper into why this Kingsbury situation is such a massive slap in the face to what we are dealing with in Philly. You have reports coming out from Jordan Schultz that the Commanders' key offensive players, specifically Jaden Daniels, are disappointed, blindsided by the decision to fire Kingsbury. When a franchise quarterback, the future of your team, goes to bat for a coordinator and is upset when he leaves, that speaks volumes. It means the system works. It means the communication is there. It means the players believe in the vision. Do you think Jalen Hurts feels that way about Kevin Patullo right now? Do you think A.J. Brown is sitting there thinking, man, Patullo really dialed up a masterpiece today? I doubt it. The body language on our sideline has been terrible all season. It screams frustration. Tony Adame mentions that Kingsbury might not even be available for long, with the Giants and Titans already lining up for interviews. This is the urgency I'm talking about. We cannot sit on our hands. Howie Roseman needs to be on the phone right now. This isn't just about firing Patullo. It's about upgrading to a guy who understands modern NFL offenses. The criticism of Kingsbury in the past was often about his head coaching, not his ability to design plays. As an offensive coordinator focused solely on the scheme and the quarterback, he is a weapon. And putting him in Philadelphia with this offensive line, with these receivers, and with a running back like Barkley, it is a match made in heaven. It is the spark that could reignite Jalen Hurts' career, which has stagnated alarmingly under this current regime. The quote from Roll Philly Tide hits the nail on the head. Biggest concern for Eagles going into the playoffs is Kevin Patullo and the play calling. Think about that. Our biggest enemy isn't the 49ers, it isn't the Lions, it isn't the Packers, it is our own offensive coordinator. That is a terrifying reality to face as a fan. We are going into battle with a general who doesn't know how to use his artillery. Mike Gill called it malpractice to have Mackey throwing 40 times in a game we were winning. That word, malpractice, is not an exaggeration. It is a dereliction of duty. It shows a lack of feel for the game that you just cannot teach. You either have it or you don't, and Patullo clearly does not have it. We need to talk about the Shanahan influence mentioned by Ted Nguyen. If the goal is to make Hurts more efficient, to simplify the reads and rely on the scheme to create openings rather than Hurts playing hero ball every down, then you need a brilliant architectural mind. You need someone who can scheme guys open. Look at how open the 49ers receivers get. Look at the Rams. Then look at us. Every yard feels like a struggle. Every first down feels like a miracle. It shouldn't be this hard. We have too much talent for it to be this hard. And that is why the Kingsbury availability is a sign from the football gods. It is a lifeline thrown to a drowning team. I want you to imagine a scenario where we enter the playoffs or next season with Kingsbury calling the shots. Imagine the motion, the tempo, the creativity. Imagine Saquon Barkley in space with actual blocking schemes that make sense. Imagine Jalen Hurts having easy throws because the defense is confused, not because he had to scramble for 8 seconds. That is the dream. That is what's on the table right now. But if we stick with Patullo, if we let loyalty or stubbornness get in the way, we are doomed to repeat this nightmare. We are doomed to watch another season of 24th ranked offense, wasted talent, and vandalized houses. Metaphorically speaking, of course, let's keep it civil. So, here is my final message to the Eagles front office. Wake up. The solution just fell into your lap. Washington made a mistake, a huge mistake, by letting Kingsbury go. Don't let their mistake be for nothing. Capitalize on it. Be the Sharks that you are. Devour that opportunity. Because if I have to watch one more game of Kevin Patullo calling plays, I think I might lose my mind, and I know I am not alone. The city is ready for a change. The players need a change. The stats demand a change. Kevin Patullo has had his chance, and he blew it. It was a rough year for the ages, as the report says. Well, let's make sure it's his last year calling plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. Go get Cliff. Save the offense. Save the quarterback. And for the love of everything holy, let's get back to playing Eagles football. Fly, Eagles, fly. And let's hope Howie does the right thing. I am out. Peace.